crowded halls, dodging girls like ping pong balls just to reach the bathroom on time. Leaping over laundry piles, diapers you can smell for miles. Guys gotta do what he can to survive. In the roundhouse, in the roundhouse. Duck, dodge, push and shove, it's how we show our love. In the roundhouse, in the roundhouse. 1 boy and 10 girls, wouldn't trade it for the world. Need time, a little room to breathe. Time, a little quiet and peace I've never had. At least I'm never lonely. We're never lacking for a sports team. Maybe this crazy's not that bad. In the roundhouse, duck, dodge, push and shove, it's how we show our love. In the roundhouse, in the roundhouse. Gotta love mom and dad, we're not going completely mad. In the roundhouse, in the roundhouse. 1 boy and 10 girls, wouldn't trade it for the world.
Previously on Loud House.
That means a lot.
No prob.
Linky?
Okay.
Lincoln? Dr. Armstrong.
Lana, I am here. Sorry I took so long. When you yelled my name I was on the other side of the hospital. I had to run all the way back. Oh, this is not good.
Doc? What's wrong?
Lana, I regret that you're, well, I can't say brother, seeing that he is not, so I will just call him a friend. I fear that your friend has reopened his wound again. Lincoln's head is very unstable right now. One more blow to the head will cause his skull to break apart and end him.
No, can we do something to fix his skull?
There may be one way, but it hasn't been performed in this city since 1901. It's called head ramification surgery.
Hello?
Hello, this is Dr. Jonathan Hawkins Armstrong. I am calling about an emergency concerning Lincoln. I fear that he may have to undergo surgery due to his head wound reopening to become unstable.
Here it is. Alright then, bring it to me. I can't believe it.
Parents left not because they didn't want to tell you about Lincoln, but because the police were closing in on them, so they abandoned you and your sisters.
Time.
Did you do it?
Hell yeah, mission accomplished. We've dealt with some resistance at the hospital, but nothing we couldn't handle. Raphael, present the boy.
My pleasure, Gordon. Here you go. As promised, 1 boy snatched from Maple Tree Hospital.
White hair. That is something that is odd for a child. But no matter, you two did well. Here's your payment.
Pleasure doing business with you, sir.
Where did you get all that money, Mr. Loud?
That's simple. We paid all you men by stealing all the money from all 5 of our daughters' college funds. It is now dry, but no matter, they won't be needing it anyways. I can understand your pain, Miss Loud, as we don't blame you. You have been raised alongside the kids since you were 5 years old.
We will give you time to say your goodbyes. If you turn over Lincoln, you will not be held responsible for your parents' actions. We hope that you will make the right decision.
Please, Lori, please do the right thing. We don't want you to suffer in prison for what your parents had done.
I understand, officers.
And now episode 20, Darkest Hour.
What am I going to tell the girls? Leni, what are you doing on the sofa? Why are you not in our room?
I'm sorry, Lori. I've got so worried. I've been sitting here all day waiting for the man in blue to call me about Lincoln.
Leni, please go to sleep. Lincoln is fine. I already consented to the ramification surgery, and the man in blue you are referring to is called a cop.
Lori, is everything okay? They didn't hurt you, did they?
Leni,
Lori, I'm so glad you are back. How did the interview go? Are they willing to help us win custody of Lincoln from our parents?
Luna, don't you ever bring up those two traitors again. They are no parents of mine, and they should not be for you and the other girls.
Whoa, sorry, I asked.
Lori, what's going on?
I know Mom and Dad lied to us about Lincoln, but do you hate them that much? For that lie, sure I am mad about it as well, but they are still our Mom and Dad.
I know you're mad, I am too, but one day, we are going to have to forgive them for that.
I will never deem those two a mother and father, especially when they kidnap someone else's child.
What are you talking about? They did not kidnap Lincoln, they adopted him. You even have the papers to prove.
Papers? Do you mean these papers?
Lori, have you lost your mind? You just ripped up our only chance in getting custody of our brother.
No, I did not. Luna, Lincoln is not ours to begin with. The poor boy was kidnapped in 2009.
What are you talking about? Lincoln was legally adopted by Mom and Dad.
No, he wasn't, Luna. The document was a fake. They did it to cover their tracks. That is the true reason they vanished. I saw a recording of them on the day they left.
Wait, you saw Mom and Dad on the day they left?
Look for yourself.
The best thing is, giving Lori that phone was the best idea you ever did, Rita. Lori's so obsessed with social media that she might not even remember her own name at this point. In fact, all 10 of our daughters are so stupid that they probably won't even know we're even gone. I guess it paid off to have girls after all, before we snatched Lincoln from North Dakota.
I can't listen anymore.
Is that true? Mom and Dad never loved us, and were just using us.
I'm sorry you had to see that, girls, but it's the truth. Mom and Dad never cared about any of us. They were using us and our show just to stay out of jail for their criminal acts.
Wow, and I thought they were bad enough in our show. It turns out they were just being who they were all along.
Lynn, what happened to your eye?
Oh, well,
It's a long story, Lori. Really long story.
What happened?
I'd rather not, Lori. You wouldn't believe me even if I told you.
Why wouldn't I believe anything that you say, Luna? You have never once lied to me.
If you really want to know what happened, Lori, Leni attacked Lynn hours earlier while you were at the police station.
I'd rather not talk about that anymore.
Wait, Leni attacked you? When did this happen?
About 4 hours ago, Lori. Dr. Armstrong called here while you were at the police station, and Leni found out about the incident referring to Lincoln's accident at Roga City Park. And that Lynn had snuck him out that day.
I told her that Lynn snuck Lincoln out, but what she did next was just shocking. Her with such force that Lynn ended up flying through the air and crashing onto a table in the hallway.
Lola, please, I really don't want to discuss this anymore.
Lynn, we know you're traumatized, but Lori has to know.
Sure, Luann.
Thank you, Lynn.
Golly, I better talk to Leni right away.
Wait, Lori, what about Lincoln?
I will explain everything later, Lucy. I promise. Leni?
I couldn't believe what I just heard. Those horrible things Mom and Dad said about us. Were we nothing to them? Were we just born from them to be made fun of?
Leni, I heard that you punched Lynn and sent her crashing onto a table to the point that her eye was swollen. Is this true?
Yes, Lori, it's true. When I heard that Lincoln was going to die, and that Lynn snuck him out, and he got hit by that orange round thing, I couldn't control myself.
But why? Why didn't you just yell at her? Why did you have to go to that extent?
I wasn't myself. I couldn't control my anger. I was so scared. I thought Lincoln was gone forever. And when I found out Lynn was responsible, it just happened.
Leni, that was a terrible thing to do. You shouldn't have done that. You should never take your anger out on others. Don't be like I was during our show. Don't make the same mistake I did.
Were you like this, Lori? You know, when you attacked me several days ago in the living room.
I did. I wasn't thinking before I attacked you, Leni. I had nothing but anger. But when I attacked you, it made me realize what I was becoming, and I chose the path of healing.
But Lori, how did you do it? How were you able to control yourself?
It's who you are within, Leni. You learn by being around the ones that you love, and it gives you a feeling inside, a feeling of Happiness.
So I can control my anger?
Yes, you can, Lenny. It's called love. When you love someone that much to the point that you would do anything to protect that one person, you are able to find peace and control. That's what I learned after attacking you and shunning Lincoln before and during our show. It made me into a better person.
Well, Lori, you are incredible. I can't wait to show Lincoln when he comes out of the hospital.
Lenny, honey, I'm afraid Lincoln isn't coming back.
What? What do you mean? Lincoln is a part of us. He is our family.
Gather the others back in the living room, Lenny. Emergency sibling meeting begins now.
Fine, I will.
The girls are never going to accept this. Welcome to the meeting. Thank you all for showing up, as this is extremely important news that will surely change our lives forever.
I'm guessing this has something to do with Lincoln and the adoption papers.
Partially correct, but trust me, it's way worse than you all think.
What could be possibly worse than Mom and Dad's actions?
Well, a little something called forged adoption papers.
No, that can't be. There's no way this is true.
On top of Mom and Dad saying bad stuff about us, they faked the adoption?
It's true, girls. You should have seen the posters that I saw at the police station. They are one of the top wanted criminals by the police.
Wait, if the adoption is fake, does that mean?
Yes, Lincoln was never one of us. Our lives are lies.
Are you kidding me right now?
I've been hoping this was all just a bad dream, but it seems that I was wrong. He was never allowed by blood.
I can't believe our parents are this cruel. They don't even give a crap about any of us.
I can't either. This whole situation is terrible.
First, they kidnapped a little boy who had nothing to do with them, but the fact that they talked smack about us behind our backs and laughed about it. That's just not cool.
After all the crap these two psychopaths have thrown at us, nothing is cool anymore. Excuse me, Lori, I think I need a moment to take this all in.
Same here. This is all just screwed up.
I think I'm going to cry in my pillow for a few hours. Yell if you need me.
Right behind you four.
Me too. This feels like murder.
I don't even know what to say.
Perhaps my science tools can keep me company at this time. Good luck, Lori.
This is all just crazy. Why on earth would Mom and Dad do all of this shit? If you can even call them that, wherever they are, however they feel, whatever they do, I don't give a damn. If I see them on the streets, they will never see the light of day ever again. And I promise, you can take that shit to the goddamn bank. Starting now, they are dead meat. Enough said.
Lana, glorious news, the surgery has been completed. You can now go and see your friend now.
Yay, after 8 long hours, I can finally see him. Where is he?
He has been transported back to the room he was previously in. When he first arrived here after the Roga City Park incident, you can find him there.
Thank you, Doc.
Just remember to come back to your room in an hour. Your treatment will be due soon.
I will, Doc. Linky? Linky?
Sometimes it gets so hard to hide it well.
Dr. Armstrong, what is the meaning of this? You promised that you would take care of my Linky.
Have no fear, young lady. Lincoln is just fine.
Oh really? Then why does my boy have a large skull on his head?
That's his head after the surgery. We sewed up his forehead after we placed the eternal glue. Have no fear. He is just fine. He is just sleeping. He will be up within 20 minutes.
Are you sure? Nothing is broken on him?
Of course not, Lana. You're just very young. You have never seen a person receive surgery before. Once we operate on someone, we sew their tissue together so they can heal.
So my Linky will be okay?
He will, Lana. He just needs to sleep. He will be up soon. Now let us return to the radiation unit, so we can do your treatments. By the time you're done, your friend will be up.
Sure, Doc. Let's do it.
It's almost 10 p.m. We have about 1 hour before we have to go back to Roga City Hospital and say goodbye to Lincoln.
Lori, can I talk to you?
Sure, what is it?
I feel so guilty of putting Lincoln through all of this torment. I cried all day in my room thinking about how stupid I was for taking Lincoln out hours ago.
Lynn, what happened is in the past now. Lincoln will be fine. He is in good hands. It was just an accident, Lynn. I got over it. Though I wish that you told me that he was hit with the basketball. Why couldn't you told me about that part?
I didn't think it was a problem at the time, Lori, because I had Lincoln's medications in a red duffel bag. I had hoped to nurse him myself. I thought he would be okay, but when I found out the damage that it caused, and that I can lose my Lincoln, I became broken.
Lynn, you should have just told me about it.
I know I should, and I wish I can go back and change the past, but now there's not much point now. We have no brother.
I know, Lynn. Our whole lives have been nothing but lies. Our show on Nickelodeon is nothing more but a lie. It hurts a lot.
Lori, I know why you were so protective of Lincoln now. I know now why you didn't let any one of us go near him before you met Bobby and received your phone.
Lynn, what do you mean?
Lori, I kissed Lincoln in 2017 when the cameras were off.
You what?
It happened unexpected. I feel terrible. I tried to move on. I tried to erase it out of my mind while our show was playing, but nothing worked. I'm so sorry, Lori. This is the recorded video that never aired on Nickelodeon. It showed me kissing him.
This really happened? You staying in Lincoln's room during our show, you putting him in your jersey that one time. Now it all makes sense.
I swear. I just wanted to kiss him on the nose, but in the end we ended up accidentally kissing instead.
Oh really? And you couldn't walk around the sofa to do it? And judging by that footage, it looks like you were trying to do it, Lynn.
It wasn't like that.
Oh, drop it, Lynn. Your actions in our show would make anyone question if you were really a sibling. I wonder what else you did to him in our show that I don't know about.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You think I would really harm Lincoln?
Luna actually warned me about this several days ago. I didn't think this would ever happen, and now looks like she was right. There are no sibling boundaries anymore.
Shut up. There were boundaries that time.
Obviously for you there were not, since you broke them that day in 2017. I bet you actually didn't even see him as a brother in our show, did you?
I didn't know what I was feeling at that time. In my heart I didn't feel a sibling connection, but I tried to restrain it thinking that something was wrong with me. I actually had a hunch that Lincoln and I were not related as we didn't have similar features, but it was a hunch. I never wanted it to be true.
Now I know why you weren't as hurt when you found out Lincoln wasn't our brother. You must have been celebrating, were you? You must have been happy knowing that your hunch was correct and you could be with him and not get any backlash for it, as you knew if anyone tried you could easily pull the "he is not my brother in blood" card, nor is he a part of my family therefore I can get away with it.
I would have never done such a thing to Lincoln. I love Lincoln. I would destroy anyone who harmed him. You should know that, Lori. What is that supposed to mean?
I was broken that Lincoln was leaving our lives forever. But now I see that maybe it's for the best, knowing that I have sisters that are Google-eyeing him now.
Fine, you want to know. I have feelings for Lincoln, okay, and you know what, I'm proud of it. I came to talk to you, to tell you this and be honest about a huge mistake I did in the past, in hopes that you would help me move on from it, and become a better teenager. But now it looks like I have no older sister at all. And I have to deal with this on my own. So be it. I'm out of here.
Hold it right there, Manal Jr. The only place you're going is to you and Lucy's room until I say otherwise, And you will not be coming with us to say goodbye, Lincoln.
You can't do that.
Oh, but I can. And I will.
Wow, Lori, you're no different than Mom. You just flash out punish anyone who does one simple mistake, and when they try to do the right thing you just punish them even more.
Don't you dare compare me to that Lynn Jr. I will never be Rita.
Is that so? Says the girl, who is acting like her right now. If you weren't her, you would have helped me instead of attack me.
Lynn, Lori, what's going on?
Lily, what are you doing out of bed?
We still have an hour before we go and say goodbye to Lincoln.
I woke up to screaming and yelling down here, and I am scared. I hope no one is going to get hurt like last time.
Lily hun, we are not going to destroy each other, we just are having a little bit of a disagreement right now.
Don't worry, Lily, we are just arguing. It is something sisters and family do on occasion. Nothing is going to happen.
Are you sure? I remember hearing screams like this last week, and I found Leni on the floor in a bloody mess.
Lily, Lori learned from that. We won't go that route this time, we promise.
Good. I'm glad to hear it, you two. But what were you two arguing about anyway?
Well, Lily, it is mostly about... I was just yelling at Lynn because she stupidly left the bathtub water running upstairs and almost flooded the house.
Lynn, really? How could you be so clumsy to leave the water on in the bathroom?
Hey, it's embarrassing, don't laugh at that. It took me a half hour to clean it up. But in a way I did get soaked in the process, and I guess that was funny in the end.
That's funny. You should tell that to Lincoln when we go to say goodbye.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind, Lily.
Great. Well, I'm going back to bed. I want to make sure I am energized before we go and see Lincoln one last time. Good night, girls.
Yeah, good night, Lily. Sleep tight.
Lori, why did you do that? You could have thrown me under the bus.
I'm not our mother, Lynn. What you did in 2017 was deplorable. But, Lincoln isn't related to us. And what parent would I be to force someone to not see someone one last time? On one condition though, Lynn. You must promise to admit what you did to Lincoln face to face.
I was planning on doing that already, I just wanted to make sure you knew first. I will happily do it.
Good. You can come with us now to see Lincoln.
You know, Lori, Lincoln was right. You have become a better person. Ever since he destroyed that phone, you are almost how you were, prior to 2018. Lincoln never gave up on you, Lori, not even after the 2018 incident. He knew you were still inside, and he didn't stop until you are what you are now. Lincoln was the best thing that ever happened to us, and even though tonight is the last night we will see him, I am so proud we got to spend 12 years with him. We can't be his sisters, but we can still be glorious friends, like he refers to us now.
Yes, Lynn, Lincoln was indeed responsible for all of our happiness. And even though there were times we treated him badly, whether it was in our show or off of it, he was responsible for all of the wonderful things that happened to us. And he even saved me, and freed me from the clutches of my mom and dad's control by breaking my phone. He even saved my relationship with Bobby, just by walking out into the living room that day and exposing Ronnie Ann's lies. If tonight is the last time we see him, I want to make sure he is happy and cozy when his real parents come and get him. He earned that much.
Agreed. That's odd. Who is calling here so late at night? Hello.
Hello, this is Dr. Hawkins. I am pleased to say that Lincoln has awoken, and the surgery was a success.
Oh my, that is glorious news. Lori, the surgery worked, and Lincoln is awake.
Indeed, you girls can come over at any time now. He is aware that you are on the way, and that he is going to be going home by his real family, thanks to Bobby giving us a call.
Wilco Doc, I'm glad Lincoln is aware what is happening, and that his real parents are coming to get him there. We will be there soon.
Very good, I'm glad to hear that. I will prepare the hospital for the arrival of Maria and William Lord. See you then.
Well then, Mao Jr., now is the time. Head upstairs and get ready, and do yourself a favor. Put makeup over that swollen eye, would ya?
Sure, Lori, I will. See you outside at the car.
Wow, my head. It will be okay, Linky. Just be still. Your biological parents will be here soon. I can barely think straight. You just got done with surgery, Linky. Just be still. I know you're weak right now, but this surgery will save you. I know, it's just very hard on me right now. But I can't believe it. I seriously could not believe that Rita and Lynn Loud Sr. kidnapped me when I was a baby. All this time, my life was a lie. Sometimes, I wonder if my birth was a complete accident, and I was just brought on this earth to be used and lied to. Linky,
Hey Lincoln, how are you feeling?
Not so good, Clyde. Very weak, very broken, very depressed.
I don't blame you. From your real parents when you were 5 days old, and spending the last 12 years with random strangers.
That is not the only thing, Clyde. They even went as far as to shooting an innocent man who tried to turn them in, on the day they disappeared.
Oh, I know about that. I was told about it from Officer Hope. Your mother and father Lana are psychopaths.
Do me a favor, Clyde. Never call them my mother and father again. I have no mom and dad. My only mother as of today is my older sister Lori. No one else.
Gladly.
My head. Linky, please, lie down. Good boy.
This is seriously messed up. I have never seen Lincoln injured this badly. Not even in our show he experienced injuries this bad.
I know, right?
Lincoln, your parents are here.
Great.
You can come in now.
We are here.
Where is he? Where is my son?
He is right in here, but be advised, he is very weak.
Thank you for letting us know, sir.
I can't believe it. All this time our son was right under our nose. I feel like the biggest dumbass this side of Roga, for not connecting the dots at Roga City Park.
Honey, it is nothing to be depressed about. I was just as confused as you, and so was our daughter.
I know, it's just, I can't believe that our son was right in front of us the entire time and we just didn't see it.
I am so glad I met him when I did.
Me too.
Alright you three, you can go. And see your son now.
Oh, my.
Lincoln, are you okay?
Not really. The poor boy is in a lot of pain right now.
Who are you?
A friend.
What happened? What caused this terrible disaster to our son?
It happened in Roga City Park, on the night of September 18th, where Lincoln's ex-girlfriend Ronnie Ann went crazy and threw a 1620 rock at his head.
My God. And who might you be, young child?
Lincoln's best friend, Clyde McBride.
I can tell you are a good kid. There is no doubt that our son had happy moments with you.
Trust me, sir. You have no idea.
Well, maybe you can teach me things about my brother, so I can be just as fun.
Oh, I will.
I hope that my baby will be alright.
He will. According to Dr. Hawkins, he just got finished with ramification surgery. That is why he is so weak right now.
I sure hope you are right.
I wonder, where is the family that was watching our son in our place?
They will be here soon.
We are here, and just in time too.
So, you are the girl who has been taking care of our son for the past 12 years.
Yes, sir.
Thank you dearly, for the care of our son, young lady. I am very sorry that all this has happened.
No, we should be the ones to apologize to you too. We are so sorry for what our parents had done 12 years ago, and that they stole your son from you, and brainwashing us into believing that he was our brother, and blood.
That is quite alright, young lady. You had nothing to do with your parents' actions on March 30th, 2009. They did it on their own accord, not you.
I know, but I still feel responsible.
One thing I want to know is why? Why would mom and dad go to this extreme to kidnap your son?
I have no idea why. I don't know why they would do something this terrible.
I think it's best if we don't know it. I get a feeling it's going to be sad and heartbreaking, on why Rita and Lynn Loud SR kidnapped Lincoln to begin with.
Clyde is right. Perhaps it's best if we just don't know.
I get the feeling we are going to find out anyway, and we are not going to like it at all.
Come, Miss,
Lori Loud.
Lori, I can tell you love Lincoln dearly. You are suffering from the same maternal sadness I felt when my husband and I both lost Lincoln.
Thank you, miss. That means a lot to us.
Perhaps we can work something out, while we discuss the transfer. Come, we shall talk about the arrangements in the other room. Let us give Lincoln a chance to rest up.
Father, may I stay and accompany my brother?
Why, of course, darling. We will return when we finish talking about the transfer.
Luna, Leni, and Luann, I want you three to accompany me. in this conversation. I think we might be able to still have a chance.
You got it, Lori. I have a feeling that glorious things will happen. Come on, Lenny, let's go.
Right behind you.
Finally, for once in our lives, something decent just might happen.
Indeed.
Hi, Lana. It's been a while. I noticed you got your old clothes from our show again. Oh, shut up, Lola. Why are you even here anyway? Sheesh, that is not a very nice thing to say to your twin. Oh, shut up, you goddamn hypocrite. Because of you, I ended up experiencing endless painful treatments for the past 20 days. All because you couldn't just play with me. You just put me through 20 days of misery and suffering, all because you wanted to get back at me for taking you out of the house. And then you have the gall to walk into my Linky's room and act like nothing happened. You are so lucky Linky is in here right now, otherwise I would have put you in the ground. Lana, look, I know you are steamed right now, but I didn't know the procedures were going to be this painful. I just wanted you to get sick for a month. Sick for a month? Do you have any idea what it feels like to be stuck in the hospital 24 hours a day, getting jabbed in the head for 6 hours with this thing? Do you? Of course you don't. Lana, I am really sorry. I didn't want you to actually get hurt. I just wanted to teach you a drop it. This discussion is over.
Wow, I have seen these two fight plenty of times in our show, but never to this extent.
I agree, it was quite shocking.
Hey, I remember you. Aren't you my brother's insecure girlfriend that I met at the park a couple of days ago?
Don't push it, girl.
Or what?
Wow, this scar is killing me.
Don't worry, bro. Mom and Dad are almost done with the arrangements.
Good, I'm proud to hear it.
Hey, what do you people think you are doing? Let go of her at once.
What's going on?
That sounded like... Ugh, hello.
Miss Loud, I am very thankful that you have taken care of our son for the last 12 years.
Thank you, Mr. Lord, but to be honest I had help. Lincoln was also raised a bit by Lana, on my right, and Leni to my left as well, even though I did most of the raising.
I am amazed on your skill, how you were able to raise children at 5 years old.
It wasn't easy, take my word for it.
So you two are Lincoln's actual parents. This is amazing. Now I can see how Lincoln is such a nice guy, even outside our show.
Thank you, young lady. Kindness runs through my family.
It also runs in my family as well.
Cool. Hey, that reminds me. How do you get your white hair? I mean, even in our show, when I'm pulling pranks, I never understood how a child would get that at a young age.
Luann.
Oh, have no fear, young lady. We often get asked that. You see, love, we are actually a rare breed of humans known officially as the Withoras.
Withora? What's a Withora? I've never heard of such a thing.
Me either. Yeah, what is a Withora?
Well, you see, Withoras are a rare breed of people in the human race that are known to have different traits added to them, which is not common within regular humans. One of the noble traits is our white hair, which you see on both Lincoln and my wife and I. Our white hair helps to identify us from others, but not many people know of our breed. And just look at us, as a disfigured human in society, we are also a dying breed. There is not that many of us left on Earth, as our population began to decline since 1201 AD.
I'm sorry, I asked.
That is just terrible. I feel so sorry for your kind.
It is alright, love. Nature takes its course. There is nothing we can do about it, but we are able to create children, which makes up for our decline.
Our breed started out at the time of the Roman imperial era, and is native to South England. For thousands of years our breed has spread across the globe. Until 1200 AD, our breed began to die off in the millions due to illness, and being hunted down by others. When we began in England, we were over 400 million in population size. And now, we are lucky enough to even break 1,000 people in population size. But apart from that, that is basically the blackened and dark history of our entire people, and that is why we have white hair. It is because our genes are different.
That is just amazing.
Now I really feel bad for my parents' actions against you too.
Lori, darling, do not ever blame yourself. Your parents are their own monsters, not you. Don't ever think of yourself like that.
I understand, but I was born from Rita and Lynn Loud Sr., along with the rest of my 9 sisters. Like it or not, I am still attached to those monsters.
Darling, may I tell you a story? About something from my own experience?
Sure, go ahead.
What you are going through today is the same thing I went through with my mother many years ago. I was 24 at the time. I was sitting in front of Roga City Sports Club. I was supposed to meet my mother for the first time ever, after 23 years. But little did I know back then, that I had made a grave mistake. Seconds turned to minutes, minutes turned to hours, hours turned to depression and sadness, but just when I was about to leave, she finally arrived. I was expecting her to be happy to see me after 23 years of being separated. Little did I realize was that she felt the polar opposite of what I had hoped. Mother, it's so good to see you again. It's me, Maria. What I expected next was completely shocking to me.
I already know who you are, you idiot. What the hell is it that you want that you had me drive all the way out here to see, you pathetic face?
Her words hit me like a brick. I was hoping that my mother would be happy to see me, but little did I know was that at the time I didn't know who my mother truly was. I tried to let it go and explain myself. Mother, it's been over 23 years since I saw you. I brought you out here because I wanted to see you again, after you disappeared when I was a baby, and I just wanted you to meet my fiancé William Lord.
Fine, whatever, let's get this over with.
Yay, William, come over here, darling. Mother, this is my fiancé, William Lord.
Charmed to meet you, Mrs. Warthora.
This is the man of my life, Mother, one I plan to spend the rest of my life with.
Are you kidding me? You're dating a second freak, with white hair. Honestly, Maria, you are the worst mistake I ever gave birth to back in 1984.
Those words enraged me. Mother, that is a very disrespectful thing to say to my fiancé.
You with Floras are freaks, each and every one of you. I am so glad I abandoned you when you were a baby, just like I left your father.
My face was glowing hot. As my anger rose, I brought my mother to meet my fiancé in hopes of getting her blessings, while also saying I was pregnant with Lincoln. I tried to restrain my anger, as best as I could, but what she said next hammered the coffin.
I hope you two freak monsters never have kids, because if you do, they deserve to be thrown into a wood chipper.
And that is when I realized who my mother really was, and why she left me at 1 year old. At that point I finally lashed out. Get out of here. I never want to see you again.
Good riddance. I hope someone puts you out of your misery one of these days, freak, and if you do have any kids I hope they're dismembered, you two ugly disgusting piles of crap.
That was the last time I ever saw her. She married a millionaire in England that week, but at some point 2 days before Lincoln's birth, she lost her money. Karma finally came to her, when her spouse caught her cheating and divorced her, leaving her with nothing, and after that, she threw herself over the railing of a ship that day, or at least I heard on the news about it. But that's not the point though. The point is love, that there are always going to be evil people in this world, especially those who give birth to you. But the true way you get back at them, is by pulling the plug and living happy. That is what I did against my mother, when she tried to break me mentally. And what ended up happening? Karma came for her, she lost everything, and she ended up in Davy Jones' locker. There is a way to be free, and that is to be happy.
Wow, that is amazing advice.
So we can still live happily without our mom and dad.
Precisely, your mom and dad are cowards, and they know it. They are scared. They know the walls are closing in on them for their actions. That is why they ran as they could. Right now their only chance at power is by keeping a tight hold on you and your sisters, Miss Loud. But if you break free now, it's over for them, and they know it.
I will. Thank you for everything, you two. Now let's sign the arraignment, so Lincoln can be handed over to you.
Wonderful. Let's get.
What was that?
It sounded like a door shattering.
There she is. Lori Loud, Officer Howard Wallach. We have a warrant for your arrest.
What? You can't do that. Our sister is doing what she promised.
Shut up, girlie. This doesn't concern you.
Now wait just one damn minute. Lori is doing what she had promised. I demand to know why this 18-year-old girl is getting arrested at once.
Subjects are being difficult. Conduct Protocol 1146.
What the? What are you talking about?
Lori's gone.
Hey, what do you people think you are doing? Let her go at once. I am filing an official police complaint. I don't believe this crap. How could it be this difficult to track these two criminals down?
Chief Brockheim, I just got a call from William Lord, the father of Lincoln Loud. What the hell? Why did you send the police to arrest Lori when she promised to help?
What the hell are you talking about? I never sent police to arrest Lori Loud.
If that is true, sir, why is William Lord filing a police complaint to us, as well as saying that 3 officers under the leadership of Howard Marlock took Lori?
Wait, did you just say Marlock?
Yes, sir.
Lock down Roga City now. Those are not police officers. They are fakes posing as cops. Move now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we have her as planned. Yes, sir, the area is clear. You have nothing to worry about. He is all yours.
Nuts. There is a police roadblock ahead.
No matter, dump the girl. We don't need her anymore.
Turn off the car now, and come out with your hands up.
Oh yeah, we have a better idea.
No funny business, you're surrounded, might as well give up, fake cops.
What those dirty bastards?
They are getting away.
Officer Oberson, you untie Lori. We will chase them down.
You got it. Don't worry, Lori, I will have you untied in a jiffy. There you go.
Thanks.
8 cars coming.
Mr. Lord, are you okay?
I should be asking you that. I am happy you are okay, Lori, but I'm afraid I have some terrible news. Something happened when you were taken from the hospital.
What? What happened at the hospital?
Officer Oberson, I regret to inform you that Lincoln has been kidnapped.
What?
It's your parents, Lori. They struck again and kidnapped Lincoln after you were taken from the hospital.
I swear, if they hurt him, I will bury them.
Nothing new, flashback, one